Hey guys, I'm coming to you here from Mayakoba. I'm at the banyan tree and I'm gonna hope that a few people get on here in the next little bit here, but I'm really excited to talk to you guys. My name is Jamie Haskin. I'm a Diamond Ambassador and I am in my we have an extra living space here. So our room is actually over there. It's a private, opened, gated area, and we have our private pool right there, and I'm in this space right now, and I was gonna go outside, but it's been loud. I think next door, they're cutting the grass or whatever, so instead of getting stuck with you guys having a lot of extra background noise, I came in here and so we could have some so it wasn't extra loud. Anyway, super excited to talk to you guys. We are having an incredible time. Hey Linda, hey Chris. And we have one more day. We have, today is the last day. Bill and I are gonna get a massage here in a minute, and then we have our final party for Diamond Destination, and then we are heading back tomorrow. And yes, I love this space, Sarah. It's like the perfect hangout space. I love it. So, hey Cheyenne. One thing I want to tell you guys, some of you have seen it, right? If you've been to convention, you've been to Leaders Retreat, you've seen how Plexus does things, and it is no different when it comes to Emerald Extravaganza and Diamond Destination. One thing that a Diamond shared in the Diamond page, I noticed I think it was her husband, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I think it was her husband that came later, and the driver or whoever he was talking to told him, wow, your company sent you to the banyan tree. That is like the best place that you can go. So when Plexus is sending us somewhere here, it's not like they're sending us just to anywhere in Mexico. They are sending us to the most incredible places. So it is beautiful. It's an incredible time. Plexus goes all out with everything, and it's just such a good time to connect and relax, and the trip is just, it's great. So I hope you are following along with a lot of the jewels that have been here, and really just taking the time to vision cast for yourself and imagine yourself on these trips in the future, because it's absolutely 100% where you can be. It is somewhere that you can, the growth that can happen in a year. I want you to believe that it can happen. It absolutely, the changes and what can do in terms of your business to be here, is what you need to do and what you can do. And that's why we're doing these videos, so we can connect with you guys. So if you've been on this trip, Jules, maybe you can comment below some of your favorite things and get people excited, but they've been following you, so they should see it all. But okay, I'm going to rein this in and want to share what I want to talk about here. First, I want to normalize what is normal. So we talk about, I know sometimes it can feel like such a big disconnect from where maybe some of the jewels are to where you are right now, right? It can feel like maybe like so far apart. Sometimes maybe it's unrelatable a little bit. And I want you guys to know that everything that you're going through, either one jewel on this trip or several have been there. Whether it is your feelings, your insecurities, your whatever you perceive as your limitations, your network, your struggles, your time, whatever it is that you feel is hard right now, or you feel like there is a disconnect, that you can't relate or something, I promise you, multiple jewels have been exactly where you are at in the feelings that you have or the experiences that you have. So there is not the disconnect that you may feel sometimes. And I want you to know that, because I want you to be able to see, like, yes, I can do that. It's not just for that person. It's just not for, certain people who go to the top of this company or who are on these trips. If you want this, you can dig in and absolutely do this. So what is normal? It is normal if you feel like, oh, I don't know where I'm going to find the time. I'm struggling with time. I'm struggling with how to fit something in or how to balance things, and you feel like things are just crazy and you don't have the structure that you want, or you feel like you're just stumbling through trying to make it through life. Okay, that is normal. We've all been there, and so many times we still are, right? We're still all just stumbling through and working forward, right? That is normal. The feelings of feeling like, this is hard, or the insecurities that come with this, or whatever that is. I've had all the insecurities, the comparison. I mean, I'll let you in on a little secret. A lot of the jewels still have comparison feelings, okay? It's not just when you're in the beginning of this or whether things are going well or not going well, right? We all still have insecurities and comparison things, right? That can be normal. Failure is normal. Missed goals, not feeling like you are where you should be or when you want to be there, feeling like you're stuck, okay? That is normal. So when you do this business, have realistic expectations of how this should go, right? It's not that everything is going to go smoothly, right? We're not promised that everything is going to be absolutely perfect and everything, you shouldn't have the failures or the hard things, right? We've all had them. We've all been where you are, and we still have hard things. The difference is moving forward and growing. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but all these things that, you feel like could separate you or put a distance between what you think success is, I want to close that chasm, right? I want to close that distance and realize it's not a massive difference between, it's actually connected. It's actually working together as part of your journey for your success. Success isn't the opposite of failure. That's what is required and needed to grow and to be a part of your success journey, right? So there isn't this chasm between these things, right? It's all connected. We're all there in this together. So one thing that I want to specifically focus on with that is the difference between, and I titled it this, the difference between where you are now and where you want to be, the difference between where you are now and being on these trips next year is simple, right? It is consistency and being more solution-minded. So I want to encourage you guys to be solution-minded in whatever it is that you are going through to help grow forward. So if it is those feelings and you wake up and you're thinking, I don't know if I feel like doing this today. Like my heart's not in it, or I just don't feel motivated, right? I want you to be solution-minded and realize that you can wake up and just think, what do I need to do to move my business forward today, to move the needle forward? It's not based on your feelings if you feel motivated. You have the goal that you have set, you have committed to what you want to commit to, you know where you want to go. So now you don't change that based on if you feel motivated or you feel like doing something, right? There's a lot of times where we may not feel like doing our responsibilities in a day if you are, if you have another job, or if you go to school, or if you're a mother or a father or a spouse, whatever, right? So we're not basing that off our feelings. So be more solution-minded with that. Another example, if you need more workers, more business builders, create more silvers, create more leaders, what can you be more solution-minded in terms of making a change, right? If you didn't hit a goal last month or do what you wanted to do in these last 6 months, what do you need to do to move forward that could be solution-minded to make that change? Instead of just going through the motions and checking something off of your list that you need to do, consistency is important, right? But you need to do more than just the consistency and checking something off your list. You need to be solution-minded to think, what can you do differently to move forward, to make that change, to grow in a skill set, right? Time. If you're telling yourself every day that I just don't have the time, or that becomes the excuse, then what can you do to ask yourself questions to be more solution-minded, right? What you don't have, what are your priorities, right? So you have to identify, for one, your priorities, right? And then ask yourself questions. What pockets of time do I have? What time wasters can I eliminate, right? What can I be more efficient in? What can I delegate? Be solution minded when it comes to these things, right? We often have our own excuses, and we can see excuses from other people. And sometimes I think we can spot them out there. We can see everybody else's excuses, but when it comes to our own, we can classify them as reasons. And that becomes, we kind of let that pass, right? This is just our reason, not necessarily an excuse. So I challenge you to take that look at yourself and see what you can move forward with instead of ruminating on some of these things in a negative light, right? And become more solution minded. So what if you simply looked for those solutions instead of dwelling on the excuses, right? Thinking, how can I make this work? Right? Thinking, when can I do this instead? Or how can I proceed forward despite all of the hard or the obstacles or whatever it is? So everyone out here has the excuses, the fears, the limitations, all of those things. It's just whether you're going to let that hold you back and stop you, or whether you're going to move forward in spite of them, whether you're going to have that battle and jump over that and keep moving forward. It's a daily choice. It's not just a one-time choice. You have to keep moving forward and have that integrity for yourself, have that just owning that for yourself, right? That has to come from you. It's a choice yourself. And it doesn't mean it's going to magically go away, right? But we can keep moving forward. So previously in Fallon's video, she talked about identifying what's holding you back, right? So I want to challenge you guys to identify one solution that you can start acting on today that's going to help create that change and that growth forward. And then you're going to keep choosing that solution each day. And then maybe the next day you're adding another solution, and you're going to keep choosing that solution, right? So just switching our thoughts and what we focus on and where we stop ourselves to how we can problem solve something. How can we do better? How can we move forward? How can we learn or grow through this? Learn and grow through the hard things, right? You can use everything for good in terms of moving forward. So connect with your upline, talk with them about this as well. Comment below. We're doing drawings on all these videos. So comment your solution. If you have multiple solutions, you can write multiple. And we are so excited just to be connecting with you guys, because our vision, every single jewel that is here, I will tell you, our vision is for you to be here. Our vision is not to keep coming to these trips by ourselves. It is to have more and more team members every single year. And I cannot wait for next year and to see the growth that is going to be happening with this team, who is going to be here, and who you are going to be bringing along. The people you're going to get to the next ranks so that they can move forward and be here in the future as well. So we love you guys. Thanks for tuning in and following along. If you missed any of these videos, come back and watch the other ones and catch up. Talk with your team about them. Talk with your upline about them. And we will be seeing you guys next year in Maui. Love you guys.